Namaste, viewers. Welcome to Jaipur Dialogue USA. And before we start rolling out, wanted to request you to like, subscribe, and support our channel. Press the bell icon and keep listening to us. Visit us again. Give your feedback. We value your feedback a lot. Let's begin. This week has been rather strange. Last week was rather strange in the sense that we heard a gentleman called Stalin, who is a member of Legislative Assembly in Tamil Nadu, son of the Chief Minister, Mr. Stalin. Well, we know that Stalin is a Russian name, and we know who that man is. For somebody to have that name, is talking about elimination. Elimination. Mind you, that's an important word. Elimination of Sanatan Dharma. That's you and I who practice Sanatan Dharma. Now, I'm not going to explain here what Sanatan Dharma stands for, but I do believe that, and I have said this on the couple of other shows as well, that this century belongs to Sanatan. And the biggest ally of Sanatan, which is eternal principles, is the Hindu Dharma and science and technology. Because science and technology is removing the veil of ignorance and the fear of things unknown. Because of science and technology, we get to know the truth very quickly. Think about it in this way, that science and technology ends up supporting the rule of law and the rule of nature, natural laws. That's what the basis of Sanatan is. Eternal principles that are true for all times. It's not a sectional privilege. It is an eternal truth. Now, when people who are against this philosophy, you know them, I don't need to name anybody, but where philosophies and religions and aspects of life are designed on the basis of fear and ignorance, where people are told to follow or do things because X or Y says so, don't ask questions, just follow. People like that are now threatened with the rise of awareness, the rise and people accepting truth as a basis to handle failures, negativity. That's the reason why you have that. But today I also wanted to mention to you that, in the Los Angeles Times published a picture of Devi Durga sitting in an airplane and somebody talking on cell phone, making a derisory comment on the presence of a Hindu lady as in an avatar of Durga Mata. Now, you and I know what Devi Durga means for us, all right? LA Times mocked it, and believe it or not, this kind of a mocking also happened in 2014. I will try to show you whether that can be shown here on the screen, then you will know about it, what exactly it is. So the attack on Hindus is rampant all over the world. It's not by any specific group of people, but ignorant people are now ignorant. I won't say ignorant, actually deliberate people are making a plotted attack on us. Deliberate plot is being played upon everywhere without any fear, and with the knowledge that these Hindus are peaceful people, they will not respond. That's important. We don't respond. I dare ask Los Angeles Times, would you have shown a picture of, forget about mocking one's gods and faith, would you have dared to draw a beautiful picture of Muhammad? You know what the repercussion would have been. Just imagine if you had drawn the picture of Jesus hanging by the plane. How would that be received? And I'm on record, and we can very proudly say that we don't make fun of any other religion or any other faith. People do that to us. So we are in the target. It's important to bear in mind that if you do not arise and awaken now and act on it and assert your claims and claim justice as it is required, fairness, fair play, why would anybody care for that? Remember fighting the British Imperials? We used to, our freedom fighters used to destroy and burn the Western goods and clothes that used to come here. I think, without any fear or favor, every Indian, every Hindu in California or elsewhere must stage a protest to the LA Times, either by burning one newspaper or a silent protest in front of their office to say this far and no further, no further. There is one lesson, one key lesson that I learned from Ramayana, and that lesson was the lesson of Lakshman Rekha. There is a line you can't go beyond, and if you go, there is a consequence to that. And that's the line we have to draw. In America, it's called the red line. You know that? Mr. Obama, President Obama had drawn a red line to Syria, but that was only for namesake. No action was taken. As a result of which, you know who took advantage of that. This is important for us to remember. You have to, and we have to, draw a Lakshman Rekha, demand reciprocity. You have the right to criticize my religion, my practices under the freedom of religion banner. I need the same right too, to question your beliefs, to question your practices. Ask questions about your practices. Whoever you are, I have no problem with that. But it's time for us to, not let go by, famous Hindi movie called Jane Bhi Do Yaro. You can't live in modern society with the Jane Bhi Do Yaro attitude or mentality, because you are not being allowed to be let go. People are finding ways and means to attack Hindus. The caste thing was one example. SB 403 in the USA, in California. In California now, SB 533 against the small businesses. You know what it is? It is very fascinating to see that SB 533 tells business owners not to confront people who come to rob their store. It is worth noting. And I was particularly happy to see on many TV channels the group of small business owners who were protesting against that were Sikhs, and who are very prosperous community, hardworking community. They do their business, and they are being told, they were leading that protest, oppose 533. What's happening in California? I live in New York, believe it. Here also there is a tremendous amount of fear happening in the minds of people because of lawlessness. It's not the incident of violence, that happens all the time, everywhere. There is always a mad maverick or a criminal-minded person who will indulge in a crime. But today, what is worse is that there is no consequence. And that's what we have to be careful about. There is a consequence to the letting this happen. You let Mata Durga's picture to be mocked, and then next time it will be Ganeshi, then it will be followed by Krishna Bhagwan, and then it will be followed by Shivji, and it will go endlessly until we are done. This is the important messaging that we need to do for everybody. You can criticize my religion. I need the same right to question your faith, whoever you may be. And it is not the questioning with an intent to insult, but an intent to actually demand parity, equality. We are also humans, just like you are or anybody else is. This is the critical element. It's a moment of reckoning for Hindus in America, Indians in America. We are under target. I deliberately use the word Hindu and Indian twice. The reason is very simple. There are many non-Hindus who are very good Indians, and they support our suffering or the attacks on us. And I'm calling upon them as well to stand up, arise, awaken, assert, and act. If we don't do it, who will do it on our behalf? This is, you let one thing slip by and the floodgates open. It's time for all of us to face the situation as is. It's not a sporadic incident. The September 2nd, 2023, drawing the caricature of Durga Mata in the plane is a repeat of what was done in 2014. And I will try to show you that. And if not, on Twitter, I will definitely share that with you. It is important to bear in mind. 9 years later, the same caricature or same cartoon was drawn in the same insulting way. They are testing your patience and our patience. It's time we showed them our impatience. Lakshman Rekha has to be drawn, and we must. Please like, subscribe, and support our channel. Satyame Vijayate. With these words, thank you.